The world we live in today is filled with unsettling occurrences that can send chills down anyone's spine. However, when these events take place in hospitals and morgues, the fear factor increases tenfold. Witnesses are left baffled by the lack of logical explanation for these happenings. Fortunately, some of these hair-raising phenomena were caught on camera, but watching them unfold is not for the faint-hearted. We have compiled a list of the top 5 spine-tingling moments caught on camera in hospitals and morgues, and we invite you to join us as we delve into these eerie incidents. Number 5. Ghost slamming door in morgue. Having to work in a place that's full of dead bodies is one thing, but witnessing strange things caused by the spirits of these bodies, well, that can be mind-blowing. We've researched and found out that some spirits have different auras. These spirits might be disturbing, while some can be good and gentle. Regardless, having to encounter a spirit is highly not recommended, but these security guards in a Brazilian morgue had no choice. The guards had to stand up to their fears as they came across a spirit in the morgue. Moving down the hallway, the guards went there to find the cause of a particular noise coming from the area, and upon getting there, they saw that the noise was from a red door that seemed to be opening and slamming shut. With each step, the security guards took towards the door. The slamming seemed to double. The security guards kept walking, and as they got close to an area of 12 to 15 feet from the red door, it mysteriously stopped. A few moments later, the light comes back on, and the guards proceed to check out the door to know what went wrong. The door houses the pipes that supply the water to the morgue in case of an emergency, and as the guards continue to examine the door to know what went wrong, they heard another loud bang. This time, the slam came from another door on their left, and the guards then went to the door and checked, but nothing was spotted in the room that could have caused the loud. Dumbfounded by the entire situation, one guard even goes down the hallway to check a door to see if it's locked, and it is. So, if that door was locked, and nobody was in sight, who or what was slamming the doors and causing the lights to flicker? Number 4. Evil woman speaking with demonic raspy voice. Several patients lose their voices temporarily due to one ailment or another, but this does not seem to be the case. Jonathan visited his sick girlfriend in a Parisian hospital when he saw a woman talking in a raspy voice. He recalled that the woman in the next bed was screaming and roaring with a voice that was likened to a demonic spirit. In the video, you see the woman lying in bed, but maintaining a devilish voice. The video made by Jonathan captured some of her statements as she kept troubling the couple and harassing them. She called them ugly and tacky people and said that they would all die. When you look closely, you can only see the woman lying in bed and her mouth isn't moving. The only noticeable phenomenon is her chest movements as it rises and falls while she insults the couple in an angry way. She threatened the couple, further telling them that she would call upon her mafia friend. And she then says that she would begin to remove the IV drip that was injected into her arm so they could get out of the hospital. At this point, the video ends, but that leaves us at a crossroads, wondering if the woman tried to escape. Thankfully, Jonathan supplied all the information even after the clip ended. Jonathan would provide further details in the attachment of the video, saying I was no longer filming when she started to get up and wanted to take the life of a person sitting next to her. 5 nurses came to stop her, and we were asked to leave the room quickly. Jonathan was shocked at the whole incident, as he was a person that rarely believed in demonic possessions or anything related. However, now that he's witnessed one with his own eyes, it sent enough shivers down his spine to make him believe that demonic possessions are real. Number 3. The haunted stretcher. This incident occurred at a hospital in India, and in the video, The security camera captures a human figure detected around a couple of stretchers in the courtyard. A few seconds into the video, one of the stretchers is seen moving slightly forward and moved close to its actual position. Moments later, the stretcher moved about 10 feet forward, and the same distance backward the stretcher does this continuously for almost 2 minutes before rolling off the platform's edge where it once stood and falling to its side. What invisible force was pushing a stretcher until it fell? It's hard to say, however. That was not the only incident that occurred with a mysterious moving stretcher. On the premises of the same hospital, from another camera angle, there were stretchers outside as usual, and the security camera caught a man moving towards a dispenser to get water in a bottle. In this clip, we can see the stretcher move forward a bit, which the man notices having seen the stretcher's movements. It goes towards it so as to set it back in place. As the man moved closer to the stretcher, it rolled further away, which left the man confused about what had just happened. The startled man then steps back from the stretcher, picks up the bottle, and leaves the area quickly. It's better to be safe than sorry. Number 2. Ghost chairs. The incidents about these ghost chairs are quite knee-weakening as they happened in 2 different hospitals. The first video would be taken by a security camera at 3 o'clock in the morning, and at this time, silence abounded in the hospital as patients were sleeping and not much activity was happening. It was this way until a mysterious phenomenon occurred in one of the hospital's rooms. To begin with, a poster on the wall suddenly rips itself off, followed by one of the chairs in room. The chair moved mysteriously, like there was an entity dragging it violently until it hits the wall, but as the security camera records, nobody was in the room at the moment. Almost immediately, the drawers that contained some files and documents were pulled open violently. A similar incident happened in another hospital in Chile during the middle of the night. The nurses in the hospital heard noises coming from one particular room, and this particular noise alerted them since they were aware that there was no one in there. When they went back to check the security cameras, they saw the most shocking thing that they had ever seen in their lives. In the video, you can see a chair suddenly move to the other side and stay there for a few moments all of a sudden. The IV stand also moves. It was a very scary footage for the entire staff of nurses because they were well aware that there was nobody in the room. So, what was pushing the chair around in that manner? If nobody was, there still no logical explanation for that phenomenon. Number 1. Shadow figure moves in hospital. It's quite amazing to see that a number of these captures are taken by CCTV cameras. While they're not usually installed for the purposes of detecting paranormal activity, still though more captures are made by these cameras, just like the clip I'll be explaining now. This footage comes from inside of an Indian hospital, and in the clip there are people whose loved ones were in the health institution, sleeping in the hallway. Down the hallway is an entrance to the hospital's morgue, and all seemed peaceful until suddenly a black figure appears strangely out of nowhere. This figure took the shape of a man and began to walk down the hall, making its way toward the sleeping people. Within seconds, the entity suddenly kicks off with great flying past the sleeping people in the hallway and out of the camera's visibility reach. Could the black figure be a ghost? Perhaps a soul that belongs to one of the bodies kept in the morgue. No one can say for sure, but it is terrifying. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights in the comment section below.